Britney Spears occupies a rare space in modern culture, one where recognition is instant, yet understanding continues to evolve. Her name alone evokes memories of melodies, choreography, tabloid headlines, and moments that defined entire eras of pop music. But beyond the spectacle and the mythology lies something more nuanced, a performer whose power has never depended on size, scale, or exaggeration, but on energy, intention, and presence. At 5 feet 4 inches, Britney may be physically petite, yet her cultural footprint is anything but small. Her story begins long before global fame, in rehearsal rooms and television studios where discipline mattered as much as talent. As a young performer on the Mickey Mouse Club, Britney demonstrated an unusual combination of focus and natural ease. Even then, she understood how to hold attention, not by demanding it, but by inhabiting the moment fully. That instinct would later become her greatest strength. When Baby One More Time arrived in 1999, it didn't simply introduce a new pop singer, it announced a force. Britney's appeal wasn't loud or overwhelming. It was precise, confident, and emotionally legible, instantly recognizable in both sound and movement. What followed was a career built as much on physical expression as on music. Britney's performances were never static. She moved with athletic sharpness, turning choreography into storytelling. Her dancing, tight, rhythmic, and relentless, became inseparable from her identity. Though smaller in stature than many of her peers, she appeared expansive on stage, as if momentum itself extended her reach. It was not height that filled arenas, but control. Control of timing, of energy, of how an audience's attention flowed toward her. Her image evolved in tandem with her artistry. Early looks balanced youthfulness with confidence, carefully walking a line that sparked both fascination and debate. As the years passed, her style grew bolder, more assertive, reflecting a performer testing boundaries and redefining expectations. Iconic visuals, from the red catsuit to the diamond-clad spy fantasy of Toxic, were not simply fashion statements, they were extensions of a persona rooted in physicality and command. Britney didn't wear clothes to be seen. She wore them to move, to perform, to occupy space on her own terms. Public fascination with her body often followed, but what made it compelling was never mere appearance. It was function. Her strength, stamina, and precision spoke to years of repetition and commitment. Dance, for Britney, was not decoration. It was language. Even outside formal performances, movement remained central. Whether rehearsing, performing nightly residencies, or dancing freely in private moments shared online, she continued to communicate through motion, reminding audiences that her connection to movement was intrinsic, not performative. As her public image fractured and reassembled over time, one constant remained: her presence. Britney's career has been marked by intense scrutiny, yet even during periods of silence or distance from the spotlight, her influence never fully receded. New artists emerged citing her as inspiration. Old performances resurfaced, studied again for their clarity and impact. What endured was not perfection, but authenticity, a sense that Britney's power came from being fully embodied even when circumstances tried to confine her. Today, Britney exists outside the rigid definitions that once surrounded her. She is no longer required to dominate charts or stages to be felt. Her energy persists in subtler ways, visible in moments of joy, spontaneity, and self-expression. The same quality that once electrified arenas now resonates through smaller, quieter gestures. It reinforces a truth her career has always suggested, that presence is not a function of scale, but of sincerity. Britney Spears challenges the assumption that magnitude must be physical or loud. Her legacy suggests the opposite, that impact is created through consistency, emotion, and the courage to inhabit oneself fully. Petite in frame, expansive in influence, she remains a reminder that true star power is not measured in inches or numbers, but in the lasting way a person moves through the world and leaves it changed.